Hi there. So I'm not sure why it's showing the full screen. Um, there we go. So you're going to find the reading folder above your agenda, and we're going to go to this top one that says ACT Reading Packet Skills 17 through 29 Packet Online, since you don't have the hard copies. And then you'll click on this paperclip, and that will take you to the packet. Oh. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start with the reading strategy. This is a review, but we want to remember that when you're taking the ACT test, if you do the questions in this order, then you will speed up. And speed is the name of the game on the ACT because you have 40 questions in 35 minutes. So if you first answer all the lined questions, those are the ones that tell you which line the answer is in. Then go and do all the hunting questions. And the hunting questions tell you which paragraph the answer is in. Finally, save the inferential questions for last. Those are the ones that you have to infer or make an educated guess. Okay, so now we've done bold introduction, skill 17. We've done skill 18, which is the reading meditation drills. Today we're going to start with skill 19. Facetious most nearly means, and this is on page 54. So the mantra for this is to answer most nearly means questions, reread a few lines before and a few lines after. What I would recommend is that you actually take some notes because we don't have the practices here and we want to make sure that we get what we need. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to take a picture of your notes and turn them in, and those will be extra bonus points. So I don't have those in yet, but I will have those in momentarily. It'll say like skill 19 notes bonus. I always do better the more senses I use. So if I'm seeing it, if I'm hearing it, if I'm writing it, just the more senses of the 5 senses that I can use, the better I remember. Hearing it, those things. So the AC Tree Mantra 19 is to answer most nearly means questions. Read a few lines before and a few lines after. And so you would want to write down that mantra and highlight it if you have a highlighter at home. Okay, so we remember that we learned that we want to read the bold introductions. So you might remember that humanities means the arts. So this is going to be about literature, dance, art, music, or theater. And this one is from literature. If you're a senior, you've probably read some Beowulf. And this passage is adapted from an essay about Beowulf by Clara Beatty called The Three Battles of Beowulf. So if you've learned that in your class, then you have a little bit of background information, which is called schema or schemata. So let's look at the lined questions first. Number 1, as it is used in line 3, the phrase put down roots most nearly refers to. So we go to that first paragraph and it says the events described in the epic poem Beowulf take place after the Anglo-Saxons had begun to put down roots in England in the late 1500s through 600 AD. So does put down roots mean A, establishing agriculture, which is farming, B, harvesting crops, C, settling in an area, or D, clan warfare? So this isn't literally putting down roots. This is an idiom or a saying. So we can eliminate A and B. It doesn't say anything about warfare. So we're going to settle with C, settling in an area, which is England. Line 9 is number 2. By past the hours of darkness. In line 9, the author most nearly means, and so we're going to go down to line 9. We see a 10 there, so let's go to the beginning of that sentence. As Beowulf and his men passed the hours of darkness in the safety of Heorot, the palace of King Hrothgar, Grendel entered the hall and attacked. Asleep, asleep is our key there. And so, what do we think past the hours of darkness means? F, arrived at morning. B, traveled beyond the dark forest. C, emerged into safety. Or J, spent the night. So I think if you were to eliminate 2, what would you eliminate? Did you say G and H? Then you're right. So now we're down to F and J. And our word on line 11 says asleep. And so we can assume that it is J, spent the night. Okay, now we have number 3. As used in line 14, the word feigned means A, stopped, B, faked, C, fainted, or D, did not expect. So we learned that we're going to be able to find the information or the vocab definition in the lines before or after line 14. So if we start up at the beginning of that sentence, awakened by the noise, Beowulf feigned sleep and leaped up, unexpected, grabbing Grendel's arm in a stronghold. So he's feigning sleep, and Grendel goes by and he goes, ha ha! So he stopped sleep, faked sleep, fainted sleep, or did not expect sleep. Right. He faked sleep. B. Now you'll notice that we have a trend going on here. All of these questions are aligned questions. It doesn't work like that on the test. Number 4, as it is used in line 16, the word epic most nearly means, so we're going to go to line 16 and go to the beginning of that sentence. The two had an epic battle, tearing the great hall apart. Okay, so was it a F, a battle between sworn enemies, G, massive and destructive, H, time honored, or J, very close? Well, if they tore the great hall apart, it would be right. G, massive and destructive. Lastly, number 5, as it is used in line 27 and lines 27 and 28, the phrase never stingy with accolades most nearly means that King Hrothgar, and so we've got to look down at the bottom, lines 27 and 28. Again the battle ensued, and again Beowulf was victorious, beheading her. King Hrothgar was, characteristically, never stingy with accolades. Here's going to be our answer. He rewarded Beowulf with the sword of Nagling, a family heirloom. So he was free with gifts of appreciation. He slew Beowulf with his family sword. He named Beowulf his successor, or gave freely to charity. If you said A, you are correct. He gave him a family heirloom. He gave him a very special gift, which was a sword. So he was A, free with gifts of appreciation. Accolades means like compliments or something nice. And stingy means that you want to keep it for yourself. You're like hoarding things. So he's never hoarding compliments or gifts. So that is it for skill 19. Thank you for checking in and doing your homework. I really appreciate it. And this is due by Friday at 11:59. Thank you.